What's up, guys? My name is Paolo, and this is Team Kaizen's first podcast episode. I apologize for sounding a little congested, but that's not going to get in the way of getting the podcast started. Today, I'm here with my team members and a special guest. We have...
Brendan.
Eric.
Kevin.
Kevin is our special guest. And to get the listeners to know us a little better, we're going to enter our first segment of Two Truths and One Lie, starting with our special guest, Kevin.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we'll start with you.
A little left curve.
Unexpected?
You know? Yeah. All right. So, don't look. All right. So my first thing. I know how to surf. I've skied down a double black diamond, and I've been arrested in Ireland.
Whoa, these are pretty good. These are pretty damn good.
Alright, I know it.
What's a double black diamond?
I think that's the. Is that the mountain?
Yeah, like a
for
ski.
skiing.
Yeah.
Skiing.
Did I not say that?
No, I you just said double black. I didn't know what that meant.
Double black diamond. Did I? All right. Maybe I'm just being a little.
Is that like the steep mountain? Like one of the steep mountains?
It goes black diamond, double black diamond. I don't know if there's a triple black diamond though.
I don't know anything about skiing. That's why I'm asking.
Alright, I have my guess ready.
I think
Okay.
I have my guess.
I'm going with C.
I'm going with C as well.
I'm going with the third option.
Okay, that was the lie. I thought I
Yeah,
was.
you're too soft to get arrested.
Oh,
you
yeah.
just have to get arrested. We know you, bro. Alright, Eric, your turn.
Okay. I was born with a brain tumor.
Okay.
I have a YouTube video that broke 300k views.
Oh shit.
And I peaked in high school.
Okay,
Damn.
well, one of those is an opinion.
One of those is an opinion.
The thing is, though, like, if we choose the peak in high school, like, if we don't choose it, I mean, that's fucked. Like, we have to. I feel like we have to choose
So
it.
what are your guesses?
I'm going C.
Okay.
C's an opinion.
I'm going with C.
I'm gonna go with C.
No.
Wait, you peaked in high school?
Yeah. I haven't done shit after high school.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so you're saying your rest of your life's going downhill?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay.
I'd say so.
Okay.
The correct answer was B. I have a YouTube video that broke 300k views.
I thought you did actually, because
Yeah.
you had that lyric video.
It's 200.
Oh shit.
It's like it's almost half of 250. So.
Alright, Brendan, that's all
What
you.
the hell? Your turn.
Bro, I have a piece of paper I haven't written on. The first one is I'm an Eagle Scout for the Boy Scouts of America. And then the second one is I've competed at a semi-professional level in Call of Duty. And the third is I've had intercourse in a room with someone watching.
I'm gonna hope it's C.
That's your answer?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with C.
What was C?
C is I've had intercourse in a room with someone watching.
No, I'm going with that Eagle Scout one. Because I feel like you kind of just did that on contingency. You're definitely some kind of other type of scout.
Damn. Wait, you got it right. Wait, you know me. Wait, we're
I
actually
go
best
for C,
friends. Holy
because-
shit.
What?
Damn. You hit it, bro?
Bro, I hit it,
You
bro.
hit it?
No.
Alright, story time. So basically, like, this is me and my significant other freshman year of college, and I hated my roommate, so I literally just did it in front of him.
What the
Like-
fuck?
Wait, but that was clickbait, because he might not.
Yeah,
watch it.
he-
You said
we don't know if he was
That meant it
watching.
like purposefully that you made
Yeah,
it like
you-
had him watching.
He for sure heard, bro. I'm not gonna
I
lie.
know you saying
He
he
for
heard.
sure
You
heard?
said.
But you worded it like he was just like, yeah.
No,
Like,
no.
like eating
Like,
popcorn on his bed.
Eating popcorn there, chilling. But he for sure heard. That was kind of clickbait.
Yeah, we got baited there. Me and Eric still win. We still win. Alright. My first one is I hate spicy food.
Okay.
My second one is I've never broken a bone. My third one is I hate when people in front of me don't walk up the escalator.
Oh,
That's more like a pet peeve.
Wait,
type.
this is hard, but like also very simple.
Broken a bone. You
He
did a lot
has-
of WWE
he's-
stuff on that trampoline.
He's broken a bone before.
weren't you the one that broke like 2 collarbones?
That was
No,
Julian.
that was
Oh,
Julian. I'm gonna go with I hate spicy food.
I'm gonna go with that one as well.
Yeah.
All got wrong.
Really?
I have broken a bone. And Kevin Lee said he did break a bone and then chose the one that.
Wait,
was-
oh no! I thought you said.
Yeah,
Wait,
bro.
what'd you say, dude? This
I
is
said
so
I've never
confusing.
broken a bone. You went. He has broken a bone. Go for it.
I'm stupid.
Oh, I thought you said. Oh,
Yeah,
no.
I thought he said like I thought the broken bone was like the obvious one. Like that's the truth.
No, that one was the lie. Everyone lost. I'm the winner.
Okay. Also, you have another opinionated question that you could just change. I hate spicy food. Oh, I actually love spicy food.
True.
What do you mean, why would
You have to put like concrete stuff, like not like stuff
I hate
that's
spicy
that's
food. That's concrete. I do not like
I've
spicy
had
food.
sex while someone was watching. Like that's pretty concrete.
That no one was watching you. Someone might have heard you.
like he could have said like I like having sex while people are watching, and then he could like switch it to, like if that's the lie or whatever. Oh no, just kidding. I don't like that.
I don't like that.
What was that? It's 2 truths and a lie. Why am I switching it up? I don't care that much.
I'm just saying.
I knew it.
This guy's competitive in
There was
everything.
one that was a concrete lie. You idiot. You can only have one lie.
I was just being an idiot. So
Yeah, I know.
When did you learn how to surf?
In Ireland.
Really?
Yeah.
Isn't it cold waters and like?
Yeah,
No,
right.
it was during the summer. I have my certificate.
Certificate. What a name.
Alright. Well, that is our 2 truths and a lie segment. I hope you guys get to know us a little more off that. I don't like having sex while people watch me.
Sure.
Just putting that one out there. But first topic of today. Extraterrestrial spotted and shot down over Alaska. And another one spotted over Canada. What do you guys think about extraterrestrial life forms? Possibility? Yes, no? What do you think?
Oh yeah.
What makes you
Just
say
like-
yeah?
The universe is like humongous. You know, there's like light years. You know that will never reach
That's a fair point.
in like probably the next like forever.
No, you're wrong. So
I-
what happens
I'm
here
wrong?
is that the government is trying to. It's just what it does. What the government does is that they do these random like UFO like sighting things to like throw you off the track of what else is happening.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, something happened.
okay.
Oh, the UFO thing randomly.
Well,
They're like they're trying to get you to not think about what they're doing. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
just a
Yeah.
throw-off.
Yeah.
So it's like
I see that. I
so
see
you're
that.
saying so you're saying they're distracting us
That's
from
They're
like
distracting.
what they're
the
so
whole
like
point of the government is to distract everyone else. Instead of thinking of the real issues, we think of all those other.
like Area 51. What do you think they're
That's
doing?
just they planted it out there.
That's just like a thing that it's just
Oh,
like
okay.
it's just a thing out there. No serve no purpose.
maybe it's
I don't
sort of
know.
like an ever so slight purpose, but like it's more just like to keep us on like the tracks of like everything needs to be believable. You know what I mean?
Damn, yo, you guys are mad big brain. I was honestly on the line with Eric, and I think the aliens are real.
I
Cause
think they're
What makes you think aliens are real?
you can't necessarily
Yeah,
you can't disprove it. You feel
Yeah,
me?
but if they came here, how would no one have seen it except for the government, especially everyone in the
What
world?
do you mean? Apparently, one got shot down. One got shot down over Alaska or Canada, I think.
Well, I'm saying all over time.
How did the pyramids get built? Yo, think about that. I'm not
They
gonna lie.
just built them.
Yeah, you're just
What do
like,
you mean they
no,
just
like,
built them?
like they just spawned.
No,
Like
they
what?
did it like brick by brick.
Bro.
Brick by brick.
Okay. Shout out to Optic Gaming. But it's just like there's a lot of like future influence, I feel like, you know? Or like technologically advanced influence.
Of what?
In order to like build the pyramids, like it's
Building
something
the
that crazy.
You
is,
can't
like,
take a brick and go.
bro, these are not like regular bricks. These are like literal like gigantic cubes of limestone. Like they're not regular like
Maybe they
Oh,
just
look
like
at them.
they got the limestone and just patted it in while it was soft.
what? That's clay you're thinking of. But I mean, it's definitely. I feel like it's a possibility. You can't rule it out. You definitely can't rule it out because we don't have the proof to prove it, but we also don't have the proof to like disprove it.
How many people died when they built the pyramids?
Oh.
Oh, bro, probably like a shit ton.
How do you think someone like was at the top and they're about to like the last one on and like they fell all the way down?
Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised actually. To get all the way up there is pretty. It's pretty tall. I feel like. How tall is the pyramids? Anyone know off the top of their head before I look this up?
No idea.
13,000 feet.
How tall?
That's my guess.
Guys just saying bullshit.
That's like the elevation of planes, no?
Is
Like,
it?
They're like 10,000 feet in the air every time
Alright,
they fly.
those planes better watch out.
Those are tall
don't hit the
pyramids. Those
pyramids.
are really tall pyramids.
Wait, what does it mean when it has only one like apostrophe next to the number? That's
It's like-
feet, right?
Probably feet. It wouldn't be inches.
455 feet.
I think that's inches. I think feet is double, right?
It's only 400. Well, the other one is inches, so between feet and inches, I think we'd have to go. I think we'd have to go feet.
Two is inches.
Oh, 2 is inches?
Yeah, I think. I don't know. I don't want to say it.
I don't know. I could be wrong.
I think
Yeah,
it's-
Nah,
it's
that's for sure feet, bro. There's no way.
It's only 450 feet.
455
Oh, except
feet.
for not 450 inches. It has to be more.
yeah,
Yeah,
it is
yes.
probably feet. inches.
455 inches. That's pretty fire. Nah, but so we have a quote here from, what is it, NORAD? They say that at least one of the objects down was believed to be a spy balloon from China.
Oh, I heard about that.
Hence believed.
Hence believed. But the other two objects has not been publicly identified.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Like, they were like, oh, China balloon, like, quickly throw these up too. Oh, something's happening over here. Oh, who gives a fuck? Throw it up.
So apparently the one that got shot down over Canada, Trudeau described the object as unidentified. So
This is why no one likes Trudeau.
Who's that?
he's like the
Come on, man.
Oh, that's the Canadian.
Canadian dude.
New comedian?
Canadian.
The Canadian dude.
He's the prime minister.
I'm surprised you knew that.
The Duke.
Actually. I'm surprised you knew that actually.
Why are you surprised? Wait, why are you surprised you knew it?
Yeah.
Because you're like we're
You're
not
small brain.
we're
I'm
not,
big brain.
We're not from.
So
Like,
next we're gonna transition into our Among Us gameplay. We were playing Among Us the other day, and I called everyone out.
yo, actually that was super big brain.
I know, and you're making fun of my big brain right now. So
I'm not making fun of it. I'm just saying because we're not like actively involved in other like international politics. So I don't know.
I know everything about international politics. What are you talking about? I'm an international politics major.
No, you're not.
Okay.
Interesting, but yeah. Honestly, explain what you did in Among Us the other day, because I think
Okay,
it's
so-
pretty worthy to mention.
There were 5 people left in the game. We were playing like a 9-player game, I think. So I think 2 people just got killed. We had no idea who the killer was really. And this one kid, who was a crewmate, kept sussing out his girlfriend who was in the game, even though the girlfriend was also a crewmate. So our entire meeting consisted of this kid trying to suss out the girl. So at the end of the meeting, we decided with 5 people left, we needed a vote because we thought there were still 2 imposters, and we knew there were still 2 imposters in. So I said I was going to vote for one of the other crewmates. The girlfriend said she was voting for one of the imposters. She obviously didn't know, but she was voting for one person that wasn't an imposter. And then the crewmate that kept sussing the girl ended up voting for her. So with that all being said, the 2 people who didn't say anything voted for the one person that wasn't receiving any votes. Or no, you could have technically voted for Amy too, but you voted for the crewmate. But I said I was voting for. But then I changed my vote and put it onto one of the imposters, so it ended up going 2-2-1. With that information, I then knew that the 2 people that didn't say anything were the imposters because they voted for the one person that got no votes.
Damn.
Wow.
So I called another meeting. I explained that, but then one of the other kids just kept going on sussing the other ones, and we won. But
I almost threw that game. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I died like halfway through just watching that.
I did a bad job explaining it. We need like a graphic we pulled up to explain what's happening. It's really complicated.
At that moment, like everyone who was dead typed in the words "holy fuck" as the deduction happened right in front of us, just because it's not normally something like it's not. No
Any
offense.
of you would do.
Honestly, yeah. Well, no one
Yeah,
would think of that.
that's true, that's
That
true.
play he did was pretty crazy.
That's true. Like none of us would have ever thought to do that. So just seeing how Brendan was able to take a big fat deduce on that was crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm like that, bro. I'm like that.
So I apologize
Okay,
for
Brendan.
even questioning your
You
your
better.
brain size.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so here we're at Team Kaizen's first podcast episode. We're gonna talk about a little bit what Team Kaizen is. So we were pretty split on the name for a while, but the inspiration behind it really was I thought that when Natron explains 100 Thieves, he talks about how there's like a message behind it and how like, oh, not everything is given. Sometimes you have to take, or some like Robin Hood shit like that, you know. So
Yeah, when he talks about that, he's referring to him taking Nick's Merck shares of the company.
But I like the idea of having some sort of philosophy behind the name. So Kaizen is actually a Japanese philosophy that refers to constant improvement. And so I feel like us as individuals, us as like content creators or people in general, right? I just feel like constant improvement is something we need to be working on every day. I feel like being in a state of content is dangerous, and being comfortable is dangerous, and allowing ourselves to push ourselves and just to be better 1% every day is something that's pretty important, not only in like the esports and gaming industry, but this can also be related into like real world topics. So that's where Kaizen really comes from. Before, some of you may know us, but we were Tenacity Esports or Team Tenacity or Tenacity Dragons, wherever you heard us from, whatever name you heard. It was always very flip flop because our Twitter name was Tenacity Dragons, but the official name was Tenacity Esports. We had the dragon logo, and we're still going on with the dragon logo, and we're going to be building upon what we had before. And, like a state of Kaizen, we're going to be improving on what we had previously. So anyway, one of the topics we have today is keyboard and mouse versus controller. What do you guys think?
I would like to say it varies on the game you're playing.
Okay, that's right.
Because, like, essentially with controller, you have a little help.
True, I agree.
Because, like, aiming on sticks is hard enough, so that's why you have that help. Keyboard and mouse is just, like, your raw input, like, with your wrist and your hand movement. And, for example, like, if we bring up the ALGS, when TSM won, very popular streamer Imperial Hal. He's known as the CEO of Apex.
CEO of Apex, yes sir. That's
he switched to controller,
which is crazy.
Just because for better aim and for consistency, and his team won. His team won the tournament, which is insane.
I will say, I think he did it to like not necessarily prove the point of keyboard and mouse versus controller. But I think it was more so to, like, spit in the developers' faces. Because they weren't really, like... Aim assist was a really big problem in Apex, I feel like. Especially in Apex.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he just did that to spit in the developers' face.
Yeah.
Like, he was a keyboard and mouse player for so long. And then all of a sudden it switches over to controller out of nowhere and just wins an entire major. Which is kind of crazy.
14 seasons he's been on keyboard and mouse.
Yeah, which is crazy.
And he hasn't won anything. I mean, he probably has.
Yeah.
I haven't been caught up, but like when I watched this ALGS and he switched to controller, different breed. It's insane.
Yeah, I feel like. My take on it is like you said. It depends on the game, really. Are you really gonna play NBA 2K with a controller? I mean, a keyboard and mouse. I feel like that's not really optimal.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, if we're talking about strictly first-person shooters, though, I feel like. Excuse me. I feel like keyboard and mouse is actually easier if you like think about it biomechanically, right? Like you're using your arm, your elbow, your shoulder, your wrist, your fingers. All to aim your character around and look at different things and do whatever, right? But on a controller, you're literally using your thumb, which is why aim assist was created. I feel like it's a lot harder to control recoil patterns or just even tracking or aiming or whatever it is with just your thumbs.
To add to what you're saying, with the joystick, there's a lot less precision involved. Whereas when you use your whole arm and all your fingers and everything, you can be a lot more precise. That's why without aim assist, no one would ever be using controllers in games that include both. That's why you have to have aim assist.
I want to point out when Tfue stopped playing Fortnite and he went to Apex for a little bit. He talked about how there's a center point for controllers. So like he would demonstrate that like he would rotate just doing 360s with the joystick, and then when he would stop, the character would go to the center point, and that's like basically their aim.
Yeah, I mean that's also like if you notice now newer generation Call of Duty is like we have a center dot to really like help with centering and stuff like that. But yeah, just back to what I was saying, really is that we have your whole arm and just versus like your singular thumb when it comes to aiming. I think Kevin, what do you think about?
I think that keyboard and mouse is really hard.
Really?
Yeah.
And why do you think
I think keyboard and mouse is more for like professional, right? And then a remote or whatever joystick is more for like casual people, because keyboard and mouse takes a lot of like practice and like getting used to.
I'll say this, versus when keyboard and mouse versus controller, the ceiling and floor are different. The floor for controller is like bigger than the floor, like is higher than the floor for like keyboard and mouse versus like the ceiling I think is higher for keyboard and mouse and lower for controller.
And what do you mean by that?
Like when you use a controller, it's easier to be like half decent, whereas if you use a keyboard and mouse, you can be like outclassed completely, and like it's harder to be like
I see.
more decent. But I think you could become like technically like better with the keyboard and mouse than you could be with a controller. But also like the whole debate, I feel like comes down more to like if you're good with a controller or a keyboard and mouse, like most of the time, most people can do both.
That's true.
I mean, yeah, if we take a look at Optic Dashi, who's currently on Optic Gaming CDL roster, he's been playing Valorant on the off season and hit Radiant like what 2-3 times, something like that.
Yeah, so if you're like elite at games, like you can do either one most of the time. Some people can't, but most people can do both.
I'm not elite.
And also, it's also like what you started out with too, you know.
That's
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
I agree.
I felt
So
when
it's
when I played on remote, like I felt like I was. I mean, obviously not the best, but a little. It was switching to keyboard and mouse. It felt so like
Different.
Yeah.
I mean, we all kind of started out with controller, so I feel like it's kind of interesting that how our perspectives are a little different. For me, I played Call of Duty pretty often, I like to say, and I was on controller pretty much for the entire time. I never touched COD with keyboard and mouse, but I was able to feel the differences between the two. And actually, I do agree with what you're saying about how like you can be half decent, because when I pick up COD, like I just picked up Modern Warfare 2 again the other day, and I was playing the CDL Mosh Pit playlist, and like people there sweat their balls off just to get like 10 kills, right? But as someone returning into controller play, I feel like I'm just dismantling these kids, and I don't really play controller like that anymore. I'm more so on like Valorant playing keyboard and mouse. So I think that you have a point when it comes to like you could be halfway decent like starting out with controller versus like you could be the completely dog shit playing with keyboard and mouse, or you could be like top 250 Radiant.
Yeah.
On Valorant. But yeah, I mean it's pretty interesting. Like what we mentioned. TSM Howell, who's been playing keyboard and mouse for 14 seasons, switched over to controller and wins the entire fucking major, just like that.
Yeah. But also you have to factor in that he's been playing the game for so long, so like
yeah, so
it's
he has the
probably
knowledge.
like, yeah.
He has the knowledge for sure, and he has like a lot of the game sense.
Exactly.
And understands recoil patterns.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like you take all of those, but just switch the inputs, you're still gonna have like a really phenomenal
100%
player and like a really nice result. But anyway, speaking of CDL and Optic, we're going to be moving on to our next topic, the CDL possibly going to YouTube again. What are your thoughts on that, Brendan?
I do understand what the thing is there, that they need like an exclusivity kind of clause somewhere because they need money to actually stay open. So I do understand, and Twitch is not going to give that to them, so YouTube's kind of their only option. So if YouTube's willing to pay for it, I understand why they do that. I also think the viewing experience on YouTube is better because you get to rewind, but they don't get any viewers on YouTube. It's impossible to even find it on YouTube. They don't recommend it or anything. Like when you could search up Call of Duty League on YouTube and the stream won't pop up even if it's live.
Why is that?
What?
Why is that?
The YouTube thing is all messed up. YouTube is not like the best streaming platform in my opinion. The streaming is a little like lackluster, based on like trying to find people. Like where on Twitch, like a lot of people were watching. I think the Boston Major last week was the second highest Call of Duty event ever streamed, behind that was not Champs. So yeah, that kind of speaks for itself. Just a random Major 2 was the second highest all time. They had like 300K viewers at one point. So
that's crazy. Actually,
when they go on YouTube, they have like 20K. So really, they need the community, and you also can't co-stream. Like Scum co-streams it, and he gets like 100K by himself. Whereas if they go to YouTube, there could still be co-streams, but it's not as fluid. I do think that Scump, if they were to go to YouTube, Scump would also sign with YouTube and probably just do co-streaming there, but they'd still lose viewers. So I don't think it's an ideal situation. But either way, I don't think it's an ideal situation.
I don't really think it's an ideal situation for Scum to do that. I feel like you lose a lot of your leeway when it comes to streaming whatever you really want, like in terms of the CDL. But I mean, if it goes over there anyway, it's like, does he really? Like, does it really matter whether it's on YouTube or Twitch? I feel like, because I feel like CDL has to give him permission to do that, right? Not necessarily YouTube.
No,
To stream
if they sign with YouTube, you cannot stream it on Twitch.
Wow, that sucks.
So he can't co-stream there. It's rather has to co-stream on YouTube or no co-stream at all.
I see. Nah, that's also like while CDL was on YouTube, I feel like, I mean, we had the flank. Like the flank was doing its best to do like its play-by-play pretty much with CDL.
That was bad though. It was basically like you couldn't see 3/4 of the screen. You were doing like a play-by-play, but like yeah, you couldn't actually watch anything. You'd have to have that up and the actual stream up.
Yeah, I feel like Twitch's user interface is a lot more friendlier in terms of like finding these things or like big events or whatever, like big time viewerships and streamers and stuff. Just because like on YouTube, it's more so like videos and videos recommended to you and stuff like that, but it won't really recommend streamers. But on like Twitch, like we have the major there, we have VCT Lockdown there, we have like a bunch of different esports tournaments there, and like also alongside that, there'll be a bunch of like your recommended Twitch streamers for like what you're watching. So for example, CDL, we have different people doing watch parties every day for the major, right? And so I feel like if you're clicking on the CDL like Twitch page, you're also going to be recommended like a bunch of people that are also co-streaming it, and you can also discover people that way too, which I feel like it's really streamer friendly in that sense. But like you said, in terms of having exclusivity, I understand that's like they need money to run, so it's not really an option to stay with Twitch at this point.
I also, this is a little bit off topic from what this is, but I also do think at a certain point, even if they keep it on Twitch, that they will stop the co-streaming. Because I don't think they're, like, flattered that, like, Scump has the same amount of viewers as them. They probably want the viewers for themselves. So, yeah, I don't think they would let the co-streaming thing go on forever. But for now, like, it's good. Like, to get people involved again. Because, like, no one was watching that stuff last year. They'd have, like, when Optic played, it would be at, like, 60K. That was, like, the most they'd ever get. Maybe, like, 100K. But they were really at 300K last weekend.
You think they'll get rid of co-streaming?
Yeah, eventually.
I feel like, I don't know, I feel like I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like for VCT especially, like NA Challengers and stuff like that, yeah, Tarek streaming watch parties and stuff, and I feel like at times there would actually be equivalent viewership with the actual like VCT channel and Tarek, and they continuously invite him to do watch parties and stuff like that all the time. So I feel like, well, it's Scumpy. Like, if you think about it, Scump is the face of Call of Duty, you know?
Yeah, I think they'd want him, like, on their broadcast, you know what I mean? They wouldn't, like, cut him off the thing, but I think they'd want him on their broadcast rather than have him doing his own thing.
Yeah, but I also think that's kind of, like, difficult to do. Like, to have him constantly coming out to, like, every major. Well, not really.
He's doing that anyways.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, his flight got canceled or some shit, right?
His flight got canceled, that's why he didn't go, because he got
I
snowed
see.
in. But right now he would have been there.
I mean, I don't know. Like, having him on the caster's desk every time in order to include him, like, yeah, I get his presence is important, but I think it just ultimately depends on what he really wants to do. If he's gonna do that, then I guess so be it. But I feel like CDL being on YouTube is just gonna actually kill viewership rather than promote it, really.
But that's the thing, I don't think they care about viewership at certain points, about if they can keep the doors open or not.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, speaking of competitive esports, such as the CDL, we brought up VCT a couple times. We're going to look over to Eric here, who is my right-hand man in the VCT lingo. So, VCT, we have lockdown happening on Monday. What do you think?
I think it's insane.
I think it's pretty interesting, too.
Yeah. All these teams are ready, and like to see like each region coming in. I mean, for like the past ones, like it's also insane, but like now there's new teams, new franchising teams.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like it's gonna be very different.
It sucks because I think the most different thing about it is Optic Gaming not having a solidified roster going into it. I thought they would because they were
VCT
finalist contenders for like 2 or 3 VCT like international tournaments in like a row, pretty much.
Yeah.
But it's pretty interesting because we have the entire Optic roster splitting, right? So here I'm gonna list off some of the teams right now. So for the America circuit, we have 100 Thieves, Cloud9, evil geniuses, right?
Which I'm surprised they got
I was
franchised.
super surprised because I feel like they haven't even made any presence in international tournament play, so it doesn't really make sense. We have NRG, we have Sentinels, of course, Sentinels, Crew Esports, Furia, Loud, Leviathan, and MIBR. So, and I said Loud, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I said Loud. Definitely looking in the past for past VCTs, and we've seen that the Americas have definitely been on top. If we're taking into account like North and South America, we've seen the Americas have been dominant, very, 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 very dominant in past VCTs, and I'm expecting Loud to win the lockdown again.
You think they're going back to back?
I think so. I mean, they did it against Optic. If you think about it, like they did it was pretty much a revenge match when they played.
That's true.
Last time, but I think Loud has the capability to do it. But we do have some changes in the roster with is it Sacy or Saucy? I don't remember how to pronounce his tag, but he's now on Sentinels. As well as Sick is back on the roster, and we have Tens on the roster. Zekin and Pan, I honestly, I'm going to be honest, I don't know much about them. I haven't seen them play before.
I think Sick is benched.
Really?
Yeah. He's on the bench, so he's going to be like, if something happens to another player, he's going to come up.
Oh, I think Zekin and Pan and Dev.
Yeah, I think they're playing.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I see.
Sick is on the bench.
4, 5, 6. Yeah, there's 6 players on this roster here. So it's Def, Pan, and Zekin. So I think it's apparently they signed the world champions from Loud Esports. So that's Sentinels and like Loud pretty much combining together.
Oh really?
Do you see XX Bonjour on the roster anywhere?
XX Bonjour says disqualified.
Oh man.
Oh,
For being too good?
No, it says not high enough rank.
Oh yikes.
But
That must be my Smurf.
I see.
Yeah.
So, do you have it? What's your main?
Yoru?
I can't do.
What?
You meant my main account, you dumbass.
Yeah, what's your main account?
Yoru, man.
It's like Radiant. I think I'm like top like 480. Yeah.
Alright.
You definitely got boosted, my boy.
Ironic.
I'm not boosted. I'm looking terrible.
Dude, shut the.
Alright. Anyway, so Sentinels and Loud pretty much joining forces. What do you think about that?
Sentinels?
Sentinels.
I think.
Isn't that like a class of like agents?
Yes, it is.
There you go.
That's why you're Radiant top 500.
Yep.
I mean, I don't see why they had to do that because they won it against Optic in the last one.
Well, the thing is, I feel like Sentinels just has money though.
That's also true.
So
Yeah.
I feel like Loud just was like, oh, money? Let me hop on
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, money
But
is
I think-
a big factor in a lot of things.
I think.
Thanks, dude.
I think NRG's gonna win it.
NRG, really?
Yeah,
NRG.
because they have basically half of their entire Optic
Absolutely,
roster.
I agree.
Now Sam is gonna play controller, which
Really?
yeah,
Okay.
because so Victor is the duelist.
Yeah.
Crashies is the initiator.
Yeah.
FNS plays anything.
Yeah.
Probably Sentinel.
Yeah.
Sam's controller, and then RD's who came from DRX, I think.
Okay.
He's gonna be the operator.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think and they have the experience. Victor, Crashies,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
FNS. What?
They're like they are top 500 actually.
For sure. So
Wait,
they have the
wait, why'd you add
experience.
that word actually in there?
Because like they're actually in the top 500. Unlike
Gotcha.
some people.
Gotcha. Well, Brennan did say he was too low to be top 500, so I guess, is that who you're talking about?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
All right. Gotcha.
But I mean, I could definitely see Energy pulling it off. I feel like they definitely have the potential for it. I just think that the Loud, not Loud, but Sentinels now is definitely a force to be reckoned with once again after being such a content team for a long time. Were you aware of the Shazam situation?
Yes.
The situation?
I think it's kind of
Scummy.
stupid,
It's scummy.
scummy and stupid, just because
Can you tell us what the Shazam situation is for the viewers in case they don't know?
Oh, of course.
You guys are kind of just talking to yourselves.
Sorry, I apologize. Listeners and viewers. But, so, essentially what the Shazam situation was that all they wanted Shazam and, like, the Sentinels roster to do was really just bring Shroud on board just for, like, the clout of it, basically, right? And so, like, as much of a amazing player Shroud is, I don't believe that he was competitive ready. And so, bringing Shroud on was just pretty much for the viewership and the clout that Sentinels would get. But unfortunately, Shroud wasn't competitive ready, like I said, and they pretty much did not meet the expectations of what people thought. And Shazam inevitably getting what he got dropped. Yeah. Oh, he learned he got dropped on stream actually, which is like crazy.
Yeah.
So. And
then he leaked himself joining G2.
They have a pretty strong roster as well.
I'm surprised they weren't franchised.
Yeah, I'm also surprised they weren't franchised. Yeah. I'm surprised they didn't join a franchise squad.
Exactly, yeah.
Which is pretty interesting that they didn't take that route. But, I mean, we have NA challengers. They have plenty of opportunity to make it back into the pro play.
Right.
Yeah, Path to Pro.
Path to Pro. Coming out soon. Us four will be there, right, guys? Us four?
Yep. Sorry.
These guys are going to be late to scrims once again. Little background context on that. First day Valorant drops. Guys, let's get on. Let's start scrimming Valorant. Let's play. Let's play Valorant.
Drops.
Yes,
before, even better. Before Valorant drop. First day of Valorant, everyone's on. Hey, Brennan, where you at?
Where were you?
Yeah, where were you, bro?
I have no idea.
But this is our IGL right here. Love to see it.
Yes, sir.
The captain. But
they used to call me Brian D back in high school.
Brian D.
Yeah, they compared me to Brian D.
Brian D. Who's Brian D?
If you need the explanation on that, you don't get to know.
Okay. Well, what were we talking about before we got rudely interrupted?
How G2 wasn't franchised.
Who rudely interrupted you? You're the one that brought up Path to Pro. Let's go, guys.
Well, I brought up... NA Challengers.
NA Challengers.
They have plenty of opportunities to get back into pro play through NA Challengers and Path to Pro. I feel like we'll definitely see a lot of rising potential and rising stars throughout the in-game tournament system that will soon to come out. And who knows? Maybe you will see us there, but we'll see. Right?
Did TSM get franchised?
TSM did not get franchised actually.
Wow.
TSM. Well, I mean, let's be honest. TSM has definitely been a shit show for a while. They were very, very, very dominant in the beginning of Valorant, just because I feel like
no one knew how to play.
No one knew how to play.
Yeah.
No one really knew how to play. I feel like we were dipping our toes in an esport that was really fresh and really like just brand new off the rip. So I just feel like the pure aimers and like the cracked kids are gonna be the ones on top, and we see players like Wardell. I will admit I was a Wardell meat rider in the beginning because like I said, all the cracked aimers were the ones that were really just ranking up. There's really no sense of how to play the game at the time, so they were just dominant in the beginning. But now they're falling off. Wardell's playing Escape from Tarkov every day and basically just gave up on Valorant. So
Rose is not on the team anymore.
Rose is not on the team anymore. I'm not even sure who is on the. Isn't it Hayes on the team?
Hayes is back.
Hayes is back, which is unfortunate for him because he is trapped and he is not going to get out anytime soon. But we have other like big name teams like Cloud9 who are franchised. We have 100 Thieves who we haven't even talked about yet. But people like Asuna, Derek, Cryocells.
Yeah, they have
Asuna. Yes, Asuna.
Yeah, that's his name. They're still young, so they still have
very young. They
have like the reflexes of
Oh, they a bunch of cracked 18-year-olds?
Yeah, pretty much.
And I like that nade shot when Optic didn't and X said they didn't get franchised. I love that when nade shot picked up Cryo instead of Ye, just because he's younger and like he has like the capability of pairing with Asuna.
Yeah.
So I really like that move.
I mean, when we think about it though, like Ye is on Cloud9 right now, but like Ye was also he was like one of the biggest factors as to why Optic was winning in the first place. Like,
that's true.
Wait, Ye is in Kanye?
Yeah, he's a Kanye. Yeah, he is now playing Valorant.
Goddamn.
He's
That dude
given
be
up.
moving, bro.
He's given up on making music and is now playing Valorant.
Wow, he's crazy, bro.
He's top 500.
He's on C9, bro.
Yeah, top 500.
Top 500. Damn.
I didn't see him on that
He must
list.
be boosted.
Huh?
I didn't see him on that list.
Kanye?
Yeah, when
he's
I was
on there, bro.
when I was looking at my place, I didn't see him.
No, well, I mean,
You're not on there, bud. I think it might
What?
be, I think
One
it
could
might be-
one could only dream.
I think he might be bottom 500.
man, why are you gonna violate, bro?
No, he's like 499 in the top 500.
Okay. Wait,
Like
what?
he's about to escape the bottom 500.
Okay, gotcha,
Okay,
gotcha.
nice.
He goes, I got you.
But yeah, I mean, I feel like Ye was a pretty big factor as to why Optic was winning a lot of their games.
I agree,
He
yeah.
was just fragging out constantly. The operator in his hands, El Diablo. You know, he's a goat. He's the devil, for a good reason.
Yeah.
Wait, what team is he on?
C9.
He got dropped from Adidas and picked up by Cloud9. Pretty good. That's a pretty lateral move. I've never seen one.
I'm surprised Marv didn't get signed to anyone.
I feel like Marv actually lost a lot of motivation playing. I was watching the
Oh, you think?
what's the Optic documentary called?
The process.
The Process. And apparently Marv mentioned how he didn't really have the fire or motivation to like really keep competing, even though he was like winning everything. So it didn't really make sense. But we're dragging on this topic for a little too long. We're just gonna move on to the next thing. Hogwarts Legacy release. What do you think about that?
In my personal opinion, I think it's a little overhyped.
Really?
Yes.
Wait, the game or the release?
I haven't played the game. I haven't watched much on it because I'm saving it for when I play it.
Oh, you're gonna play it? Oh.
I might play it.
Yo.
I might play it. But I just feel like it's a very like.
He walked it back.
I feel like I don't know. I haven't like really seen any crazy gameplay because I am saving it. But I feel like I heard about the storyline. The storyline seems very lackluster. It's just like a bunch of.
I don't want to hear it.
Okay, yeah.
Well,
It's
give us
Spoil
like
it for
as
our viewers.
vague details.
the
as
vague the main like I guess antagonist or villains in the game seem very like not as cool as it would be in like the movies or something like that. But I did see there's a lot of content in it, and in terms of viewership, I think almost 1.3 million people viewed in on Twitch, which is
That's crazy, actually.
their highest single player
Yeah.
viewership
I
history.
didn't know it was single player.
Yeah, it's only single player. I showed you earlier what would happen if it was multiplayer. I think everyone would just go around Abracadabra
That's true.
and kill each other. But yeah.
I mean, Hogwarts Legacy was definitely an interesting concept. I feel like I thought when they meant by open world, like you could do it with your friends.
No, that's just like you go around and just do whatever you want.
You do whatever you want. So it's like a GTA Hogwarts. Imagine like, nah, let me stop right here.
I feel
Nah,
like
actually, what is Dobby's like race called? Or like,
Elf.
imagine like
Elf.
like an elf strip club, bro.
Oh, fuck.
Bro, that shit would be fire.
What?
And then, like, all you gotta do is like give them articles of clothing. Like Dobby has a sock. Let me twerk on you now. Like that's fire, bro.
The fuck?
Sorry, I'm down bad. You know, February 14th around the corner. Anyway, yeah. So
Eric's here right now, though.
what is that supposed to mean?
Nothing. Alright, let's move on to the next one.
Well, we're still talking about Hogwarts Legacy. So what are your expectations? Like, what do you think? I know you're a pretty big Hufflepuff kind of guy.
Yeah, Team Kaizen. I don't know. It looked pretty cool from what I saw. It did get hurt by whatever the controversy was, and I don't remember exact details on that, but it still was pretty high. So not like a lot of people, I guess, were affected by that. Which I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I think people were affected by it. Let's just
No, I think
Yeah,
I meant like he
like,
meant like the hatred towards the game. Like it didn't really affect like the popularity of it.
Yes.
That's true. I agree.
It's still getting a lot of viewers, but I did see some people that were like, I did also see the thing where like people had to turn off their streams because they were getting bullied for playing it.
That's crazy.
Really?
actually.
Yeah.
People had to turn off their streams.
they were getting like
for-
harassed and stuff.
Are you serious? Oh, I did not even see that.
Harassed for playing Harry Potter. That sounds like that sounds crazy to me.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. But all right. So you said you're Hufflepuff.
Yeah.
So you're gonna play. All right. New segment of the podcast. So you're gonna be the sorting hat right now. So you're gonna give us all classes or what are the houses?
Okay.
So you're gonna start with.
I start.
Me first.
Yeah, you can start with follow.
You're probably a Gryffindor.
Okay. That's fair.
Eric is also probably a Hufflepuff. And
Okay.
Kevin is probably also a Gryffindor.
Let's go.
Let's go! Is that, wait, why'd you say let's go under your breath? Is that what you wanted?
Because I assumed he was gonna pick something that would be kind of demeaning. 'Cause
What would be meaning?
Slytherin.
How would that be meaning?
Just
You guys-
because
you guys are egotistical.
he
That's
would
what
call
you're-
me a Slytherin and go, "You're a snake" or something like that. But I'll take the Gryffindor.
Kevin, you just heard what he said? He said that we're egotistical, that's why we're Gryffindor.
Oh. No, Gryffindor is just like courageous, like brave. That's why. Not.
Egotistical.
I think Hufflepuff. I didn't really hear a lot about them. I'd assume irrelevant.
Oh, damn.
Or actually,
Man.
this is the word itself. Hufflepuff, clown.
Yo, Hufflepuff's gonna come to you, bro. Yo, you a
I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm
We
joking.
can't comment on this fucking
I'm joking.
podcast. Come after this man.
I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm
So
joking.
you were harassing streamers.
Well, I recently saw a COD Pro actually tweeted out, who was it, bro? I think it was Draza. I don't remember who it was. But someone said, if you got Hufflepuff, just delete the game.
Wait. It doesn't. You don't pick it.
What?
You don't pick it.
No.
If-
Shorts you.
Really?
Bruh.
I saw. I saw like videos that was like, which
I
house
don't know.
to.
Actually, I don't know. I'm assuming that's what happened.
No, I think you pick it.
I have no clue. I just
Maybe he.
assumed that-
Maybe he didn't know.
I just assumed that, like, you just got whatever you
No,
got.
I think you pick it, and like based off what you pick, you get like different shit.
But back to Hufflepuff versus Gryffindor. Who's like a notable Hufflepuff?
Oh.
Cedric, he died though.
That's it.
Oh.
There was I forget
Tough.
who like the leader of the Hufflepuffs was. But
Okay, well, obviously the leaders of all the houses were like fired.
in like the actual Harry Potter movies, you're asking who's like.
He
notable?
Brennan read the books, so he's kind of an
I read them a very
he's
long
an
time
intellect.
ago.
He's an intellect.
Ah, I see.
I
You
read
should
them
be a
very long
Ravenclaw.
time ago. What?
You should be a Ravenclaw.
No. I'm not no Ravenclaw. Respectfully.
What about your
I don't think anyone here is Ravenclaw.
what about your big Among Us play? That
Yeah.
was very brave.
Hufflepuffs have big plays like that sometimes.
Glimpses
glimpses
of
of
Can you give us like an example from the books of one of these big plays? Because
What do you mean?
I don't think any of us read the books. A lot of people
Like
maybe
Ravenclaw?
didn't.
I don't know. Ravenclaw's gonna get
No,
lost.
Hufflepuff.
Oh, Hufflepuff
Yeah.
was like a big. Cedric was like the fucking
Bro.
competing with Harry the entire time in the fucking games, and he
And then he got
arguably
murdered.
won.
Then he died.
Yeah, he died because Harry was sitting there while he got fucking struck.
Wasn't he like getting choked out by a statue?
Yeah, he got pinned by a statue in like 2 seconds. Like, show us a better fight. Come on now.
What? He's going against the
They walked
dark,
in, they're like,
the dark
and then the statue
lord.
got him. And he was just sitting there.
He's going against the dark lord with like
Yeah,
reinforcements.
he could have done. He waited
What
until
could he have
Cedric
done,
died.
bro?
He waited until Cedric died to go get the fucking thing. Also, he was being egotistical as fuck, and during the fucking thing,
Who?
Harry. He saw it, he was like, oh, like, he was like, oh, whatever. He was like trying to like, he turned back for Cedric at the last second. He was like literally trying to win that shit as hard as he could. He was going hard as fuck.
No, because he has
Yeah,
to win
like-
it.
He was watching everyone die. He was like, fuck these people. And then the last thing, he's like, fuck, I can't do this. And then he turned around. They're courageous, my ass. Courageous at the last moment.
Play to win.
Egotistical, like I said.
That's not egotistical.
Egotistical.
It's called having a drive.
Okay, Slytherin.
Like if you're doing something, why not have a drive to be the best at it?
Let
Oh
people die.
damn! Yo, quote that. Our first podcast quote. What'd you say? Say that one more time.
He didn't know what he said.
If you if you're gonna do something and have a drive for it, why not drive to be the best at it?
Oh my god.
Rather than
That is some.
let me go
You're
back
allowed
and
to go- so-
let me go
so
back
wait,
and
wait.
save this guy. Wah.
Oh,
Nah, I'm
You're
winning.
definitely Corporal Scum. You are definitely Corporal Scum. Yo, fuck these people.
What does
I gotta make my money.
Hogwarts
you, bro.
what does Hogwarts Legacy have to do with corporations?
Because you're like the guy at the corporation. Oh, these people, they need a... Oh, fuck them.
No,
I gotta win. I gotta be the best.
that's
I gotta
not
be
me.
the best.
That's
I
not
gotta be
me.
the best.
That's not me. That's not
That
me.
is you.
That's not me.
Okay. Prove it.
Prove it.
I will. I will.
Yeah, for sure.
Alright, well, that's the end of our podcast today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching. If you guys want more content like this, check out our YouTube channels. They'll all be in the description below. This will also be available on Spotify and other audio networks. Make sure you check those out as well. And any last remarks, guys?
More content coming soon.
More content coming soon, yeah. Comment down below what house of Hogwarts you're in. Alright, guys, thanks so much for listening in, and appreciate you guys. See ya.